Thank you. Okay, guys. So, as you can tell by the title of this video, first of all, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, welcome to our channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe video so you never... that subscribe button so you never miss a video. It's kind of taken us a while to talk about this. I feel like it's not exactly something that is the easiest to talk about, but I feel like it does need to be talked about because there's a lot of other girls who go through the same types of stuff, and it's hard to feel like you're not really alone in that situation. Like, you don't really realize like the scale of people who go through these types of things, and even when you do go through these types of things, I feel like people reach out to you more too who have gone through it as well, because like they know what you're feeling. It's just nice to know that other people have been through it, I guess. So
it's nice, but it helps.
Yeah, not nice, but it's helpful. Yeah, it's helpful to know that other people go through these kinds of things. So like I said, as you can tell by the title of this video, we did lose our baby girl. We went in for our third ultrasound, and she no longer had a heartbeat. I would say I could kind of already tell in a way.
So as soon as he pulled up.
Oh yeah, but I mean even before that, like the night before, I told Matt like it's just really weird this time. Like obviously I knew I was pregnant. We had 2 ultrasounds that we saw the baby, we saw the heartbeat, everything was fine. And then by the third one, obviously not. But the night before the ultrasound, I even told Matt like I just don't feel pregnant. Like my symptoms have died down a lot, which I know could have happened because I was going into being 13 weeks pregnant. So maybe it was just going in the 2nd trimester. So I was like trying not to get in my head too much about it. But even when you're in your 2nd trimester, like you still feel pregnant. Like I can't really explain the feeling, but there's just a feeling like
you felt pregnant.
Yeah, and I just wasn't like, I felt completely normal, which was weird, but I wasn't having any cramps, no spotting, no symptoms that like no alarm bells really.
You stopped feeling sick about pizza and, you know, just the
little
things.
Yeah, but that could have just been related to the 2nd trimester as well.
But it could have not been related to this.
Well, obviously wasn't, but it could have been. So that's like what my mindset was, so I didn't have any alarm bells. And yeah, we went in. At first they did the Doppler, and they even warned me before that like, hey, you're only 13 weeks, like we might not be able to find it. So I still wasn't too worried. But I guess my heart was kind of prepared, I feel. Yeah. I mean, you could never be fully prepared for something like that, but I could feel in my heart that something was already wrong. So like, I guess I like already kind of mentally prepared myself. So after our appointment, we came home. I decided to have her naturally at home, as opposed to a DNC, because with DNCs one can run into some complications. Yes, it's a little bit easier emotionally, but I felt as if I myself, I don't know about you, but I felt I also needed that closure.
Well, like it's not my body, it's not my choice. I told you, you're the one that has to go through it. I'll be there for you, I'll hold your hair, I'll support you, but at the end of the day, it's not my choice. I'm not the one that's either getting cut open, or I'm not the one that's gonna have to sit there and push things out. So it's told you 110% your decision. I just hold your hair or sign you into the surgery room. I don't care.
It was painful. I mean, emotionally and physically, extremely painful. Like, I would honestly say my miscarriage was more painful than my labor with the boys. Granted, I did have a C-section, but I still had contractions, so don't just count me out of this.
Barely.
Yeah, don't just count me out of this mother train, because I still did the damn thing. But yeah, so yeah, emotionally and physically very draining. It took in total, I would say about 7 to 8 hours.
It was more than that, because you took the medicine at 8 o'clock, right when we put the boys down.
But from when like my symptoms started afterwards.
They started like an hour later. You started feeling the cramping at like 9 o'clock, and then I'd say the pain started like you were on the toilet trying to push at like 11. Yeah. And then it was like we were in there for 2 hours. You'd lay down for 30 minutes. We'd go back in there for an hour. You'd lay down, and I think it was like 5:30, almost 6 o'clock in the morning when everything was finally said and done. So it was like 11 hours.
Yeah, it was harsh, like very, very harsh.
Brutal.
But end all be all, I am really glad we did it that way, because now like we're able, like no complications from like the surgery of a DNC, like no further fertility issues because of it, like that could happen. And we get to just start trying right away as well. Like we don't have to like be on a timeline to where after a DNC, my doctor said he wouldn't be comfortable with us trying for 4 to 6 months.
Oh my
But you know what I mean? Like 4 to 6 months afterwards, like I just felt comfort in the fact that, you know, if we were to get pregnant in 2-3 months from now, I wouldn't be stressed that, you know, there could be like further complications from that as well.
I did awesome.
Yeah, you did do great. I mean, it was kind of hard having you there because like you feel very like vulnerable as well, because like I don't know how to explain the feeling. Like I was in an extreme amount of pain, so like almost slightly embarrassed. Because like, I mean, you're just like, and I felt bad for him. Like I kind of pitied you as well, because like you're just sitting there with me and there's nothing you can really do other than just like comfort me and be there for me.
That's my job.
Yeah, but it was extremely helpful that I was able to have you there. Like I feel really blessed for that, you know, I wasn't just drug into a surgery room, put to sleep and wake up and it's done.
Would have been faster.
Would have been faster, yeah, but I don't feel like going into surgery I would have had closure as well, and I really feel like emotionally I needed that.
Yeah, you're a little...
Yeah, I'm like...
Super
I'm emotional, but not... I'm sentimental more so than anything. Like the little things mean a lot to me, and like I don't feel like... Yeah, I don't feel like I could have like gotten over it as fast. Or I hate to say the word gotten over, like I don't feel like I could have healed from it.
You've coped with it. You've learned
I wouldn't have healed.
to live with it.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess some things are... I heard this quote and now I like can't get it out of my head when it comes to her. I feel like it's really hard too because we didn't know the gender of the baby and all these little things, so it more so gave the baby an identity to me. Like once I know the gender, like to me that like puts everything into perspective, and like I got really excited because obviously we have 2 boys. So yeah, it felt like...
Well, what's the quote?
Oh, the quote is that some things are just far too beautiful for this world. And yeah, I feel like just going through a miscarriage, like you just question why a lot. And a lot of times there is no reason why. Like so many people this happens to, and like you don't get answers. And to me, I know that's not like an actual like medical answer, but more of like a spiritual answer. And like it just helped me a lot, like to think that like she was just way too beautiful for this world. Like she just, yeah. I don't know how else to elaborate on that, but I don't know if the quote like that would help other people, because it really helped me through it. And yeah, now we have a little girl upstairs watching over us and watching over our 2 beautiful boys. And yeah, we'll meet her someday. So yeah, that's I guess kind of our miscarriage story. Yeah, my heart goes out to other girls going through this. If you need to talk at all of my information is in the description. I'm always here to talk, especially about situations like this, because I do feel you and I know what you're going through, and I know it's not easy. And a lot of times it's easier to lean on people who have been through the same situation as you. Not really one to give a whole lot of advice other than that all of you are extremely strong and that we all get through it. So it's just one of those things that you have to just keep positive, because really dwelling on the negatives I feel like isn't going to get you anywhere. Just think of the positives and the time that you did have with that baby. Another thing that helped me too is that like knowing that your baby was never in any pain. Like that baby didn't feel any pain through anything, so on and so forth. Like, you know, obviously you feel pain and you go through it, but your child didn't. And to me that's the most important thing. So, but not gonna bore you with any more of my ranting, but yes, that's our situation. So thank you guys all for supporting us through everything, our ups, our downs, our lefts, our rights. We appreciate you all more than you will ever know. And yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. We love you so much. Bye guys.